What is up, guys, and welcome back to DeeterPlays. We got a piece of breaking news here in Roblox. Kind of a big deal here on this one, but before we get into that little piece of news, somewhere hidden around this video or in this video, there's going to be 12 digits, and the first person to find those 12 digits and enter them at roblox.com/redeem is going to get this item right here, the Kitty's Cat Pack, for free. It is an item that comes with a Roblox toy, and so one person's going to be able to get it, and if you want to have a good chance of getting these, make sure you've got the notifications on so you guys can show up super early in future Roblox news videos. And let's get into this little piece of news right here. A big change here for the developer exchange program. The requirements have changed. It says right here, developers, the developer exchange program, also known as DevEx, which usually allows you to redeem Robux to earn, or you can redeem the Robux to earn actual money. So developers, once they earn a certain amount of money, then they're able to exchange that. Now, the previous amount that you had to get was 100,000 Robux. Yeah, so that's quite a bit. And once you had 100,000 Robux, you could actually apply for DevEx, and then you can get your DevEx, and then you get $350. So now that requirement has been lowered. It has been 100,000 Robux for as long as the whole DevEx program has been available. But now you have to earn 50,000 Robux in order to be eligible to exchange in the DevEx program. And then when you do that, you just get half as much. You get $175 with 50,000 Robux. So it looks like the amount that has been exchanged, as far as the exchange amount, has not changed. And we're going to talk about that a little bit, but we're going to talk about this, the details of this, and maybe why it's sort of happening and what this actually means moving forward, and if there's going to be some other things that are going to change moving forward. But first, here on the developer exchange program, right here, where they listed right here in the dev forums, it says, great to see more changes. A lot of people are saying this is great, hoping to see the minimum requirement lower. So some people are saying more and more over time, maybe what, 25,000, 10,000? Do you guys think this is enough? Do you think it's not enough? I don't know. Once they start getting to where people are earning like half as much, I don't know. You know, it could get to a lower amount in the future. But, you know, I think what the difference would be really nice is if people could exchange it for a little bit more, because the amount of money that you get, like it costs, in order to get that much Robux, it would cost a certain amount of money. But then when you exchange it, it's not worth as much. And so, like, the cut is still an issue in this. So some people think that this is a good thing. And this person right here, good and bad idea, honestly. So they say as more DevEx requests are submitted, so they're thinking that this lower amount as a threshold to do the DevEx basically means that there's going to be a longer wait for others, because they're going to have to do more and more of these exchanges here across the board, and it's going to take more and more time. So when they have to service more and more of these exchanges with people with half as much Robux, then it's going to take a bit more time for everybody who is applying to do that. So I don't know if that's true. I don't know. I'd love to know your guys' thoughts on all of this. Some people are very happy about it. They're very, very excited. It's going to help smaller developers grow. And that's the way a lot of people are sort of expressing how they feel about it, is they're thinking that this will help smaller developers grow. Now, we know that there has been a few videos in the past, the Illuminati and the People Make Games videos, where they've expressed how much they think that this is a bad practice, when it was 100,000 Robux threshold in order to be a part of the DevEx program in the past. A lot of them basically were saying that in order to get to this threshold, it is way too high, and then it kind of incentivized people to just spend the Robux inside the platform. So kids who are actually getting all of this DevEx, all of this money, they're not able to DevEx, so they end up making about 50,000, and they're like, that was so hard to make 50,000, and if I just made another 50,000, it's only 350 bucks, so I might as well just spend it here inside of the game for some items that I feel are more valuable to me. So they're thinking that sort of keeps the money inside of the platform. And also, people have commented about how you can spend Robux for advertisements for your game. So a lot of people will try to turn that money around. Like if you're trying to spend the money straight up to buy the Robux to spend for advertisements, it would cost a lot more money. And if you were just to take that Robux and use it to advertise your game, maybe the game would grow, and that would be helpful for the game, and that would be helpful for you. So the reason I think Roblox might be doing this is because there has been so much public complaint lately about how much the exchange rate is and how much the threshold is. Now, nothing has been done here at this point about the exchange rate. It is still basically 0.0035 US dollars per 1 Robux, which is a pretty low exchange rate. And some people are comparing it to the whole Scrib thing that existed and saying that this is not okay. But I think that, you know, it's true. I think the exchange rate could definitely change. It could go up, but I mean, at least this is sort of like an indication that Roblox is sort of kind of moving forward and trying to make things a little bit better, and hopefully incentivize more people to be able to cash out. And then at the end, then maybe Roblox will be able to say, hey, way more numbers of developers were able to cash out in our program. So they may be also trying to be able to say that, because after saying, well, we've got like several millions of developers in the program, when they're like, well, yeah, only a very, very small percentage of them actually make money on the program, maybe this will kind of change that rate, and they'll be able to brag about more developers on their program that were actually able to exchange some Robux for real actual currency. So looking here again at this, you can see some people's comments about this. We're going to go into more of those as well, but right here you can see they've already updated the DevEx page, because if you go over here to create, and then in the create section you see developer exchange, you can see all of this is pretty much the same, except you can see now the minimum has changed to 50,000 Robux, and now the current rate that you get for that is 175 US. So the rate again, guys, hasn't changed, but now there's a lot more people who are able to come in here, and they're able to click to, well, they can learn more, but they can actually try to apply for their Robux. So yeah, if you guys want to do that and you want to see if you're eligible and you've got 50,000 Robux, now you can actually do that. You weren't able to do it before if you had like somewhat less than 100,000 Robux, but now if you have over 50,000, you're actually able to do that. And then you can see they've also upgraded this whole page right here in Roblox support, where they talk about the developer exchange, the frequently asked questions, and all of the rules as a part of it. So you still have to be like 13 years or older. You still have to pay taxes on anything that you earn. Unfortunately, any money you earn anywhere, you're gonna have to pay taxes on. That's just the way it is, unfortunately, but it's just kind of part of living in society. You have to have a verified email address. So usually they'll go through a whole thing. They'll try to set up the whole portal exchange program for you. You have to have your account, you have to be in good standing, and then you can go into that page and you can select the cash out. And you can see they've even updated these images here and everything to show that it's 50,000 Robux now. The whole threshold has changed. So what do you guys think? Do you think this is a good thing? Do you think this is a bad thing? There's of course all of the steps that you need to go through right here. I will put links in the description of this video if you guys have any questions about what you need to go through in order to apply for DevEx or try to go through the whole DevEx process. But it seems like most of these people are actually pretty happy about it, that this person's saying as a small developer they can grow. Will the DevEx team be increased to size to compensate for the increase in volume? So maybe that means that the DevEx team is a question, another concern by one of these people who seems to say that, you know, it could be a bad thing because the DevEx team who works on this, there's a little bit of lag. You apply to cash out, and then it's going to take a little while before this whole thing is approved, and they make sure that all the money is okay, and then you can actually receive the money for the Robux that you've got. But there's also one more thing as a part of this, not just the cut down to 50,000 Robux, but the fact that premium membership is no longer required, guys. It used to be you had to have a premium membership. Now, the lowest amount of premium membership is pretty cheap. It's not really that expensive, and it's kind of nice to have a membership. You get some Robux as a stipend, and you get some more things are cost you a little bit less, and you get some free stuff. And so, you know, having membership is kind of useful, but now you don't need that. You don't need to have to pay into Roblox in order to cash out. So that's just another thing that was sort of critiqued in the Illuminati videos and the People Make Games videos, is the fact that you had to have a membership, and you had to have the membership in order to be eligible for the DevEx. So this is like two changes, guys, two big changes right here. So you don't have to spend that much, and you can make lower amounts in order to cash out. So again, I think this is probably going to increase the number of people that are going to be able to cash out with their Robux to real US currency. And if they're able to do that, then again, Roblox is going to be able to say, hey, this year we've had more developers cash out than any other year. So I think some people here, they think it's great. They finally don't have to buy premium. So I think that's one thing that maybe some people will stop buying premium, and maybe Roblox will not like that, and they'll change their mind on that part. I don't know. Most people think that this is good steps, though. Again, most of the people who have a concern is the concern about delays for the people who already have to wait 2 weeks when they start DevExing, and that's not too bad, actually. Like, 2 weeks, I mean, out in the real world, when you're a contractor and you have to submit some sort of invoice and you're gonna get paid for that invoice, sometimes it's a net 60, sometimes it's net 30. You know, usually you're gonna have to wait a month to 2 months before you end up getting paid. So, I mean, they're actually not too much wait time after you apply for your DevEx to actually get the money. But it doesn't seem that anybody is upset about the fact that we don't need premium anymore in order to use this feature. Hopefully there will be more changes moving forward for the devs, that payouts are increased at some point. Hopefully, you know, premium payouts will be increased. I just think more and more money to the developers, I think the better. I think that's great. And then when it comes to legitimate criticisms that people have had against Roblox, then, I mean, yeah, they can really work on their moderation. I definitely agree about that. Of course, they've also got things like parental controls. If we've got parents who are tech savvy, they know how to do that and how to add restrictions. If you come down here, click on parents, there's a lot of really good information here about Roblox and about what's going on in there, how to be careful about what's going on with your digital usage. And then there's also a frequently asked questions portion over here, which is very useful information about how to keep people secure, how to use the parental controls, what they are, how voice chat works, and how all of this stuff works, even how to keep children safe from third-party programs that want to speak to people outside of Roblox. So I don't know, I think that this is a step in the right direction. It means that they're sort of listening to the community. They're trying to add protections. They're trying to increase or decrease the threshold for DevEx. They're trying to make it so you don't have to be premium. Again, hopefully they make the payout a little bit more here at some point in the future. It doesn't mean that you guys, if you have Robux, that you should hold on to it, because generally when they increase the payouts, they make the amount of Robux that you earn after that period of time worth the higher amount, and the amount of Robux that you earn before that period of time is worth the previous amount, so that nobody's holding out in doing the DevEx. So guys, if you've got over 50,000 Robux and you're thinking about DevExing, go do it, and I hope it works out for you. If you're new here, I would love to have you subscribe and hit that notification bell, and thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you guys later.